What's good? We back with the Boston Clinic and more. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to the YTBC. We all working. Back on the boxing grind. Early morning grind. Y'all know what it is. Just dropped a video about Postal and Progress striking a deal finally. It'll be on March 9th. Check out that video. It's the last video I dropped. But it sounds like Pacquiao was telling his people over there in the Philippines, which I'll link this article in the description as I usually do with the rest of the links, that he's in negotiations to fight Vasyl Lomachenko at a catchweight. Now, they had talked about potentially fighting not too long ago. Couldn't agree on the weight. Lomachenko's team won't let him go above 135. Does that, people talking about him fighting Crawford. And, Crawford threw out the catchweight at 137. His the English manager guy that manages all the Ukrainian guys said they wanted to let, Lomachenko do it to himself. Want to let him commit, blood suicide. They don't think he should move up higher than 135 right now. And it's talks to saying Pacquiao still can make 135, but Freddie Roach won't let him go below 140. And they truly talking about making this fight happen. It'll be on a separate card if this fight happened. Then reported with Crawford and Horn. That may be April 12th at Madison Square Garden if if they can't find a venue in Vegas because of the hockey team may make the playoffs. So that's still up in the air. But Pacquiao, that's better than what they was talking about. Mike Alvarado, Constantine Pulmar, the pullout king, the modern day Kell Brook at pulling out of fights. But yeah, man, this would be a hot fight. People been asking for Lomachenko to move up. People like Broner jumped up 2 weight classes. Shane Mosley jumped up 2 weight classes at once. Floyd has jumped up weight classes. Pacquiao jumped up weight classes. Mikey Garcia's jumped up weight classes even after a 2-year layoff. Is it too much to ask for Vasyl Lomachenko to jump up and weight? And if he's the pound for pound number one, you got to continue to move up. There's nothing at 130. You ain't going to unify 130. And you just, fighting it. You didn't make any steps to unify 130 last year because of politics and boxing. So, why not, move him fight Pacquiao at 35 or 37 or whatever, or 140. They saying this guy is very good. He's great. They comparing him to Pernell and Floyd. Well, jump up 2 weight classes and show us how it's done. One up Floyd and destroy Manny Pacquiao. Even at this point, I still would give him credit for destroying Pacquiao. And, that'd be an interesting fight because both of these guys use awkward angles. And especially if Pacquiao actually trains the right way, it'd be very interesting. If you can put politics aside for a minute, which ain't that hard to do, which may be hard to do, because he's been promoted, they had a little war over there in the Philippines. So, it's going to be interesting, man. And if Pacquiao's telling the truth about them negotiating this fight, let's get it on. This is a fight that I would be interested in. Because both of these guys use awkward angles, impeccable footwork, good hand speed. And I think Lomachenko is the more technically sound fighter. Even at this point, Manny Pacquiao ain't never been technically sound. He's in that Roy Jones class where they do a lot of unorthodox things. And I believe Vasyl Lomachenko could pick up on some of those orthodox things if he can handle Pacquiao's power. I seen him dropped in the amateurs and stuff happens. And Pacquiao, is seeking out this fight on his own. I don't know, or if he's getting orders to seek out this fight. But what way to get back on top? To get back in that pound-for-pound conversation. To get back in that Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford conversation. And if he wins this fight, all indications point to he will be fighting the winner of Jeff Horn and Terence Crawford. So, it's a lot at stake. I'm just trying to say they don't want Lomachenko to take the risk that other great fighters took because they don't believe in him like that. If you believe in your fighter, and I'm pretty sure he believes in himself, let him jump up to 140 and fight Manny Pacquiao. This Pacquiao is faded. I understand he's still dangerous. He still got speed. He still got power. But he still got to make 140. He ain't made 140 in a long time. And, that's your advantage. Rigondeaux did jump up and do you a solace and fought you 2 weight classes above his weight class. So it's time for you to test yourself and be great. It's not even that I want him to be in a position to lose because I like Lomachenko. I want to be in a position to prove to people that he's amongst one of the best pound-for-pound fighters. The only way you can do that is moving up and beating bigger guys. Because him standing at 130 at 30 years old, there's nothing there for him. They want to talk about call out Gervonta Tank Davis and all that stuff. Move up. You got Jorge Linares, Mikey Garcia, Robert Jr. Those fights that can take you to the next level. Don't move up when you 32, 33, 34, 35 on the other side of your prime and then use that as an excuse. Because ain't nobody getting by it. Because you had opportunities like this to fight. And there shouldn't be no discussion about money, because this should be the biggest purse that Vasyl Lomachenko has made facing Manny Pacquiao. You know? And Pacquiao needs Lomachenko too. A lot of people recognize him pound for pound #1 somehow over Terrence Crawford. So if you want to get back on that elite status and that pound for pound conversation and have people erase that horrible fight you had with Jeff Horn, most people thought you won, you know, it's time to knock this kid's dick in the dirt, man. Straight up. You know, he's a talented guy. You know, and if you got something left in the tank, you're going to train and get it done and put pause on this guy, you know, it's time to do it. You know, it's time to step up. It's time for Lomachenko to step up and move up. You know, this is a great move up for him for 2 weight classes to face Manny Pacquiao. If he believe in himself, he beat Pacquiao. You know, people can say, oh, Pacquiao was old, but no, you can't say nothing no more. He took the risk. He jumped up 2 weight classes. He dared to be great, you know. You know, you can't say, oh, this guy didn't move up and dare to be great or something like that. Even if he moves back down to 135 or 130. Who cares? Mikey Garcia is doing the same thing. You know, this dude is testing to be great. And even if he's negotiating the fight, he's serious about negotiating the fight. He wants to take his career to the next level. He wants to be in that same stratosphere with some of the stars as far as Keith Thurman and Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is amongst the popularity in the U.S. And tired of Bob just dry promoting him, you know, saying that he's the best since Ali. And people, you know, people don't believe that, you know. They don't. You know, they tune in, he all right, he good. He got a little popularity, but he ain't popular than the rest of those fighters at 147 and some of the other top fighters like Golovkin and Canelo. This fight can put him in that same stratosphere, especially a destruction of Manny Pacquiao. Legit, the way Jeff Horn, you know, couldn't get it done. I mean, this is a no-brainer for me. You know, if they really, really want to test him and he really wants to be great, you know, do it. Move up 2 weight classes, fight this guy. Beat this guy. He old, but he still got some stuff, you know, still got some balance and some power and some speed left and popularity. You know, let me know what y'all think about this. We gone.